I want to show you that this ad I ran did terrible, darling. You can see quality ranking. Ranking of your ads perceived quality. Quality is measured using feedback on your ads in the post-click experience. So this one that I chose was not good at all. This video I chose, I switched it up. It looked like a young hot Latino dad. I will take it, fair that cat. But you can see that still my engagement rank was above average, which means that my video was probably trash, but people liked what they read or something about it. They liked it, but then clearly they weren't convinced enough to click because the conversion rate was really low, and the quality rank was apparently low. Apparently I was one of the 10% of the worst ads on Facebook with this. So let me show you what this ad was. And then I will also show you, I noticed this on my own too, because I noticed when I was doing ads last week, I converted a lot more listeners and streams. Even if they didn't follow, there were a lot more listeners coming to my page, versus this time that was not the case at all. So let's watch this. Sorry, that was so loud. Did you all just die? Did you all just die? But anyway, I used this one where it was a little like, it's not really, okay, cover your ears. You don't want me, it saves me. Also, I swear Facebook makes it desync more. Sorry if I killed you. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, everybody. But I put that in because I was like, oh, let's try the Mariah Carey high note and see if people are like surprised. But it's at the beginning, so I don't think people really heard it. And then you can see this. It's like, you don't really have much of me singing. There's not much build up. It's like, I thought I would maybe convert some people with like the nudity in the beginning, but apparently not. So that's all I changed. All I changed in here, like the copy is the same, just like I said the other time we were talking about this. Just change one thing at a time so you can measure and see what the difference is. Although I did also change the people I was targeting, but I'm not going to change that this time. I'm going to target the same people, but I'm going to put this video back to the first video that I used, because it was clear that this one is not working. Yes, it got a good amount of likes, and I actually got people to like my Facebook page and got a few more Instagram follows, but nothing that exciting. And then if you look here, let's see, will it show it well on here? If you go to my listeners, here, let me move myself here. If you go to my listeners, you can see that last week when I did this, when I did ads, I went up from, my average before running any ads was typically around like here, like 40-ish. So when I ran ads, it went up to 55 and then 76 and then 80. And then I stopped running ads and you can see it went back down pretty quick. I started running ads here and it didn't do shit. Like my listeners did not go up at all. And if you look at my streams, it actually looks like they kind of did around this time, but I think that was a coincidence because that was also when I released my acoustic video. I think there are more people sharing me. But this was also, my streams were higher, but that also could just mean someone streamed me like 50 times more than usual. Hi, Oe. You luckily missed me making everyone lose their hearing because I played something really loud on accident. So you can see that my streams didn't change much, but you don't really want to look at streams because streams are all over the place. You want to look at listeners. So if you look at listeners, you can see that last time I ran ads was much more successful than this one. So I'm going to go, what I'm going to do in this next iteration is go back to the video I had before, but I think I'm going to try a different link than I used the first time. Actually, I think I'm just going to switch the video because I changed so much in the areas of people that I was targeting. I went much more broad. So I want to see, actually, I want to compare just if the broadness is, you know, maybe a factor in why this didn't do as well either. So I also want to show you that I didn't start out doing this right. I started doing this out completely wrong, where I was just completely like, how do I go? Ad name, track link. How do I go back one more? No, that's not what I want. Oh, here. So I should have made a campaign for Spotify promo, and then I should have made an ad set with each video. And so I should have made an ad set for like, okay, targeting these people versus targeting these people versus targeting these people. And then in ads, I should have split it up even more and said, okay, there's the Mariah video. I didn't do this right. I should have done like the Mariah video. Basically, okay, so to break it down, campaign, let's say I want Spotify attention. And then in ad sets, I can say like, yeah, that would be like where I'd break it up by targeting. And then ads is where I would break it up by the different like videos that I used or the different copy and stuff. So then you can really compare each of these things, like below average, above average, impressions, reach, and see which one is the most important. Hi, Fair the Cat. Thank you so much for the host. I was here looking. I'm sending you my doctor's bill tomorrow. Oh my gosh, no. Look at all the emotes I have. Those are so cute, Fair. My favorites are the person with the sparkly eyes, and I love the girl with the poofy hair and like the bisexual flag hair color. Who would see this hot stuff and not instantly like stalk their social media? People are crazy. I agree, Fair. I agree, because I would. And then I wanted to show you here even more how suspicious it went. So let me change scenes. And then open this back up 1 second. Okay. Facebook ads. So let me show you here. You can see past performance if you look at your, this is on the app. So it shows me like per day, how much I spent and then how things went. And that rhymes. So that's lit too. Okay. So on my first day, we got 72 link clicks and spent for $5. That sounds pretty good. The second day, 84 link clicks for less than $5. The third day, I spent $5 and it went down to 36. And I'm like, okay, that's not completely terrible, but I wonder why that happened. Then the next day, link clicks is 31 and I spent even more. I spent $6. And then the next day, I spent a little bit less, but I only got 2 clicks for $4.86. So I'm like, I don't fully know what that means. I don't know if that means that it was all of, because like it also only it barely reached anyone that day. So I don't know what happened. It seemed like it was kind of reaching less and less and less. And you can see that wasn't even the last day that I ran it, because the last day that I ran it, I spent $1.92 and it hit 272 people. So I'm like, maybe my group was too small, or maybe the algorithm was kind of freaking out. But I would just say as a tip for you, if you like monitor your ads every day, that's something that I wasn't doing. And if you notice all of a sudden it goes from, you know, you're getting 30, 50, 70, 80 link clicks, and all of a sudden it goes down to 2 in a whole day, you might want to pause that ad or stop it and like retry something, because that doesn't sound right. And then if we go to our 30 days or 7 days, let's go back to this. So link clicks, I spent $15 for 396 link clicks during that week. And this time I spent 27 for 225 link clicks. So that was actually terrible. That was completely terrible. And I should have been better at checking this, because I spent almost twice as much for almost half the results. So it was like 4 times worse, which is really bad. Do you have, yes, that's the one, James. Do you have time to do networking manually? What do you mean by that, Fair? You mean like, just like networking, like on social media, like commenting and liking and that type of thing? Okay, so that's all I wanted to show you for Facebook ads. Just kind of wanted to give you all an update. I did get a few more follows. I did get maybe like 6 new Facebook likes or something. I actually got more social media engagement than my other ones, but I think that was just because overall I was targeting better, but I think I used the wrong video. So I'm going to try it again. And I think I am going to recommend not spending $5 a day. I think I would recommend, unless you really have that money, because I do not, like spending $27 in a week. Girl, that's unheard of for me. But I just feel like, okay, I'm making some money right now. Let's see what we can do. Let's really make this shit work. But I would say maybe just do like $3 or $4 a day. It doesn't, I don't know if it needs to be 5. Let's see if there was another. Okay, yeah, and see here in that other week, I spent $3 and got 41 link clicks. So $3 for 41, extrapolate that. That's not very good compared to this. Compared to this is my best performing one. $4, 400 link clicks. That's basically like 30, 40 cents per click. And the other ones were more like $1, $1.50 per click. Oopsie. Okay, so let's go on to the next thing. Dun, dun, dun. Dun, dun, dun. Let me make this all, fix this up. Hi, Yoxic. Okay, so now I'm going to show you something that was really huge for me. It's the reason why I'm recognized as an artist on Google, and I wanted to share that with all of you. We're buying followers here. Oh, please. No, that's not what I'm talking about. I've talked about that before. I did like a trial of that. It's so not worth it. It's so not worth it. Just like going on people's streams and talking to people. Oh yeah, definitely Fair the Cat. I mean, it takes a lot of time. It's a lot of work, honestly. That's the hardest part of Twitch. And I noticed that when I don't have time to do that, that's when my channel really stagnates, is because I'm just not able to show my face to my friends. So then their communities don't see me. They're not shouting me out as much. They're not, coming to my chat as much. Because they have a lot of friends, and the more you show, it's not even a thing of like, oh, they came here, I'm gonna go hang out with them, but it's just they're more in your mind, or you're more like, oh, we were talking about something, I want to talk more about that with them. So I really love chatting with people on Twitch, but it's a lot of energy, and it does take a lot of time. Hi Iris, how are you? We're gonna do some arts and crafts after this, by the way. So then now I wanted to show you first how to get verified on Genius, because that's even easier. You can really just Google it. Like, I'm not going to go in depth, but it's really simple. Like, all I had to do, like, I just want to show you that there is a legit article on it on their site, so it's not hard to find. But once you add songs to your page and add more lyrics, all you have to do is get like a certain amount of karma points on here, and then you literally just like fill out a form for them. Or maybe I sent an email too, I don't remember. I can look up the email if you want to, message me and find it, or I'll confirm next week if I needed an email for this. But that's literally all I did, was just I added my songs and their lyrics. I did have like 6 out to get enough karma points or whatever. I don't remember how many points you needed, like 200 or 500 or something, or 400, 300. I have no idea. It might have been 500. But then once I added them, I had enough karma points to actually, I don't even think it was the points. I think you can just literally add your music in and then get verified. The reason I needed karma points for something, or maybe the reason why I needed to get verified, you can't change your own stuff until you're verified, so maybe that's why I reached out another time. I don't remember, but I would say no matter what, add your music to Genius. Look at that article about how to get verified, because I really do think it has to do with points. Now I'm like second guessing myself, but I think it has to do with points and just making sure that you're a legit artist that's releasing stuff and not just someone like making fart noises on a track. And then you get this cute thing, and then now when people search me on Google, Genius comes up on the front page right here. Well, Happily Ever After does, but there was always something that did. I think it's just like your most popular song that kind of comes up there. It takes a lot of time. It helps a lot though. It's basically people helping you. Free boost. Yeah. And I mean, plus I love hanging out with my friends, Okay, so here's the last thing for today. Really quick. I just want to make sure that you all get yourself verified on Google. Before I was verified on Google, it did not show Kisos musical artist. It did not show all of I just meant to move me. Man. It did not show necessarily videos at the top. It didn't have my Twitter embedded. It didn't have these social profiles here. And at first, like a week ago, when I realized that I could edit this, it only had Twitter here. So then the other day I added Instagram and Facebook. And then the other day after that, I was like, oh, you can also add SoundCloud and YouTube. So I added everything on here, not to mention it automatically links to your music services here. And then it'll click to all of this stuff. I should probably see if I can update this even more. See if like the album, yes, I loved it. See if I can, do even more about that, but it also links to like maybe some press that you've gotten, your videos, all of that stuff. So the way to do that, if you're not sure, I just showed another friend how to do that, and they're a community member, Jolie. So I'm going to show you how to do it here. So Jolie is an artist. Their song is called Sweet Love. And if you Google them, you don't see anything. But then if you click here, Artist Jolie, they have that little panel thing, but it's completely empty. So what you can do, if this is you, is you can click Claim This Knowledge panel, and then it will take you here where you can hit Get Verified. And, doxing myself. Always doxing myself. But from there is where you can you have to submit like proof of your social media. So if we Google me again, what you would need to send in are arguing with white people. Love that for me. You need to send in proof that you can log into the social media pages that show up on your first page Google search. So let's say my Twitter shows up here and my Instagram shows up here. I don't know if Spotify counts, but YouTube maybe would count. But I think you only have to send 2. So I would send them, a screenshot of me logged into my Twitter so they can see my analytics and show them that I have like manager credentials, and same with for my Instagram. And then you also have to send like a picture with a photo ID. And I think like if you search for Fair the Cat, are you? Let's do it. YouTube. Apex Legends, DeviantArt, Facebook. Yeah, so if you're like, you don't even have to be a musical artist. I don't know exactly what it is, but if you're like a photographer or things like that, you might also have one of these panels. So look it up, try to find it. Oh, here, I'll do this because I think this was like, Leo Davis was my old music name before I turned into Kisos. But you can see this person's a casting director and they can claim their panel too. So it's not just for musicians. You can be like anything, any type of notable figure. But yeah, you should check that because it definitely cleaned up my searches a lot, because now if you Google Kisos, instead of it being like Kiosk, the band, this defunct Greek political organization, this, politician from some country, I don't know, like all these people, or this street in Israel, it's like, before you can't find that much on yourself, or you have to kind of scroll through, or it's not as pretty, it doesn't have these images of you, it doesn't have these videos. But then when you do that, okay, it's got my Billboard shit, my Atwood shit, it has my Twitter linked here, it has embedded YouTube videos, it has images that show me directly, it has my Instagram here, my Spotify, all of this press stuff all the way through. Like before, it used to be Kisos MBA Consulting, that was on the front page, that used to be on the front, but all of this stuff has kind of pushed it off. Not to mention also and Kisos, what does that stand for? And Kisos Wiktionary, these things that are now on pages 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 7 and 8, they've all in this Kisos vase, that freaking vase was always there. So now they've all been pushed back. And yes, that has to do with press, but I think also since I've been verified, it's making me more popular because I'm something that's actually creating and putting things out versus a vase or something, that's not as important. If someone's searching Kisos at this point, they're searching for me. So Google is now reflecting that, which is really lit. So yeah, claim your knowledge panels, and then you can also do these little status updates. So if someone searches me on Google, they don't even have to go to my social media. I can put these little things here, like watch this little acoustic, and then it takes them to the acoustic, which, by the way, watch the acoustic. 100 views and 25 likes. We're lit. Y'all are lit. So that's it for music marketing this week. I think next week we might have a guest on. We will see. I'm not quite sure yet, or we might skip because I might be busy. There's a lot of possibilities. But thank you all for hanging out. If you have any questions, hit me at it's Kisos, ITSKISOS on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, Twitch, all of that stuff. And we will talk more later.